a milestone for the Met, and then the last piece will be the huge rooftop sign, which all the signage that you see on the Met are a nod back to what it looked like back in 1926. So it's a true historic restoration, as you can see, with all the detail work in the lobby, especially all of those cool heads along the ceiling line. The building was designed with almost perfect sight lines, but because some mechanicals change, some seating arrangements change, we actually had to raise the stage just about a foot to make sure that all the sight lines were perfect.
Basically, none of these balconies existed. Everything that you're looking at, all the trim work, the little radius, balconies, everything was rebuilt. All the plaster work was recreated. We actually employ 15 plasterers that we do in-house. The medallions, the gold medallions, were all recasted. The ceilings were all reconstructed. I mean, pretty much everything that you're looking at has been either restored or replaced.
We have such a developed relationship with Domus that we can go back and forth and identify costs in different ways so that we can say, okay, is this a viable project? Will it make sense economically? And we're able to work as a team towards a pretty solid project, as you can see here. Above the stage, there's a structural grid system that holds about 840 pounds per every 4 feet. And that was one of the main considerations that Live Nation wanted to make sure was there and viable for their acts, because having that structural system there allowed them to transform the venue and diversify the type of events they were able to hold.
Photos of what it looks like when it was operating, like
There's all you can go online, you'll see old pictures. I went to school at Temple a long time ago, and I used to drive by this building all the time, and it was just looked like an abandoned train station.
That's why
because from the street level, you don't realize how big it is. It's they dug down, and it's very it's much bigger on the inside than it is from the outside. I don't think you appreciate how big it is.
Yeah.
Just going up and down Broad Street.
Projects, and then we did the Divine Lorraine up the street, and that was kind of one of the biggest projects and really important projects for us, because it showed our capabilities to do a really big project. And then we went on to do the Barnes Foundation, and then also the Met. So I am so proud of my parents' vision, and really honestly lucky to be on board at this, I guess, renaissance time of building up North Philly, because I feel like we'll have that narrative for the future. Our family was a part of the change of this neighborhood.
In any situation, a lot of men have an issue having a woman as an authority figure, and you have to read personalities in any industry that you're in, whether it's an office job, a construction site. You need to be able to read people and personalities and be able to cohesively work as a group and be able to still be productive and get things done that you need to get done.
It was a lot more male-driven than now. I mean, ladies, it's amazing to see the amount of women in the firm this year, and they're growing, and that just means that the leadership is actually taking a little bit more heed and a little bit more conscious, to say, what, we probably need to hire some more ladies.
I experienced that situation a couple of days ago where in my engineering class we were working on the structure, and it was a couple of boys and 2 girls, and I was one of the girls, and so I was gonna take the drill, put the nail in, but then I was making mistakes, so they were like, oh, you should let this go and all of that. So the next day I had Habiba with me, and we were working on the same structure, and it was no boys there, and I think we enjoyed that.
And one of the things that we really definitely want to keep pushing is remember it's ACE, it's the 3 letters. And when you're doing building projects, the relationships are not just with your different firms and within your industry, but across all 3 elements of building.